tough times are gonna come. Believe me. They're gonna come. They're gonna come by the train full, the plane full, and the boat full. They come to everybody. But what are you gonna do when they come? Well, you're gonna stiffen your spine, and you're gonna show them what you're made of. You're gonna dig deep down inside, lock your feet in the mud, and you're gonna push back. Because that's what you do. You don't run like a coward when things get hard. No, that's not like you. That's not what you do. You figure them out. You want to start your own business and it's overwhelming? You break it down into sections. One thing at a time. Don't worry about everything all at once. You only work on one thing at a time, and when that's done, you move on to the next one. And you think it's complicated when you first look at it, until you keep staring at it, spending time on it, and investigating it, and you will begin to figure every aspect of it out. You got to put in the hours. People glance at things and they say, oh, it's too complicated, and they run away. Well, of course they're not going to understand it. They're not putting in the time, the dedication, the research. You have to spend time on these things, figuring them out. So you got to call somebody who's experienced. Call them, and if they don't know someone, get them to recommend somebody, and you keep following the yellow brick road. It's out there. The secret is out there, and it's up to you to figure it out. Nothing is impossible. You got to have that relentless work ethic, that you're like a bloodhound and you're on the trail, man. And if somebody can't give you the answers you need, then you're going to keep going until you find the answers you need. Whether you're reading it in books or looking it up online, making sure it's a credible source, consulting other people in the industry, professionals in that field, and they will respect your hunger, and they will give you advice, and they'll appreciate that you picked up the phone and called them. In a world full of people that only text and email, you got to pick up the phone and call people. They love to hear your voice. I'll tell you something right now. If I get 100 emails and I get one phone call, that phone call is going to take the priority over those emails, because anyone can send an email. It doesn't show that you're hungry. It doesn't show that you're passionate. It gets brushed off. There's lots of junk email out there. You got to get the phone number, and you got to phone the person and talk to them directly, and they can hear the passion in your voice. They can get to know you. They'll get more familiar with you. They'll appreciate what you're doing, and they will put you at the top of the list, and they will appreciate your tenacity, and the squeaky wheel gets the grease. So I highly recommend you guys out there, especially the younger generation that's growing up with tablets and smartphones. They're always texting and emailing. What will set you apart is picking up the phone. Can't get the number? Go down to the office. If it's within reason, it's not halfway across the country, go to the office. In person is even better than the phone. So you want to talk to some big shot who runs the company and find out some information, or put your application in for this job? Well, how are you going to be different? You got to go there. You got to tell the secretary, I'm here to see so-and-so. You don't have an appointment? Well, you tell him it's very important, because I need to meet him. I need to tell him that I'm very eager for this position, and I'm very qualified, and I'm so passionate about what I'm doing that I just would really like to speak with him, and I want to point out some things on my resume. Imagine if you did that for the job that you wanted, and everybody else just drops their resumes off or emails their resumes in. Who do you think's going to get the job? It's going to be you, because you're showing what you're made of. What you do speaks volumes about you and who you are. So start carrying yourself with some charisma and some passion, and work towards these things, okay? It's not enough just to text. It's not enough just to email. You gotta go out there and get it. You can do it. Go for it.